The next 7-star Tera raid has officially been announced for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and wouldn't you know it focuses on our good friend Chestnaught, but with a rock Tera type this time. So today, let's take a look at some good builds and support builds that you can use to take down Chestnaught the Unrivaled when he arrives later this week. Now, before we do anything, let's take a look at Chestnaught in-game and see exactly what we're getting ourselves into. So at level 100, Chestnaught is Grass and Fighting type, and we know he's going to have a Rock Tera type for this raid. As far as our stats go, we can see that Chestnaught does have decent HP. His physical attack is significantly higher than his special attack, so we can safely assume he is going to be a physical attacker. However, I wouldn't rule out completely the possibility of them making him a special attacker somehow. Chestnaught's physical defense is significantly higher than its special defense. However, he is just a bulky boy. But that's Chestnaught. This one looks like he's going to be very tanky and is probably going to hit incredibly hard with physical attacks. So we're gonna have to make sure we get some physical defense in here. But with that, let's move on and take a look at our builds. Coming in first in our list of counters for Chestnaught the Unrivaled, we have our boy Gholdengo. Now this Gholdengo is obviously gonna be level 100. We're looking at a Steel Tera type for Gholdengo with the Shell Bell as our held item. As we often do, our ability is good as gold, because of course it is. For EVs, for this Gholdengo, we're gonna look for 4 each EVs in our HP. We're gonna look for max EVs in our defense and special attack, because we gotta be able to withstand those hard-hitting physical attacks, and we're gonna be a special attacker on this. And we're also gonna wanna make sure that we have a modest nature. So we want our special attack up and our physical attack down, because Gholdengo is very much not a physical attacker. The moveset for this guy is going to be Nasty Plot, Flash Cannon, Metal Sound, and Reflect, and a basic strat for this one's going to look a little something like this. You're going to hop in, use Reflect the first turn to nullify some of that damage you're going to take for the next several turns. Start using Metal Sound to drop Chestnaught's special defense. Then you're going to use Nasty Plot to buff your attacks, and finally start finishing him off with Flash Cannon. This one, honestly, could do a ton of damage against Chestnaught. Next up, we're going to look at the first Ruins Pokemon as a counter to Chestnaught the Unrivaled, and of course, we're looking at Chien, one of the most annoying Ruins Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So for this guy, he's going to be level 100. Our Tera type is going to be Fighting. Our item is going to be the Shell Bell, because of course it is. Our ability is Tablets of Ruins, because we really don't have a choice. And as far as EVs and IVs go, we're going to look at 4 EVs in our HP. Again, max EVs in our physical defense and special attack with a modest nature, so special attack up and physical attack down. And as far as IVs go, we're going to IV train everything except physical attack. Now for Chien's moveset, we're going to look at Magical Leaf, Growth, Sunny Day, and Tera Blast. And the moveset, or the strat here, being that we're going to hop in, we're going to use Magical Leaf and Sunny Day to kind of sway things in our advantage, and then once we can Tera, we are going to go in and just start bombarding Chestnaught with Tera Blast. And next up, we have a monstrous Paradox Pokemon in Iron Valiant, as yet another counter for Chestnaught the Unrivaled. So with this one, we're looking at level 100. Our Tera type is Fighting yet again. Our item is the Shell Bell, because of course it is. Our ability is Quark Drive, and as far as EVs and IVs go, again, we're going 4 in HP, max in our defense and our special attack with a modest nature, so our special attack's up, physical attack down. And for IVs, we're looking at everything trained except physical attack. And for the moveset for Iron Valiant, we're looking at Tera Blast, Reflect, Skill Swap, and Aura Sphere. With the general strat for this one being to hop in, use Reflect first turn, then use Skill Swap against Chestnaught, and finally start hammering him with Aura Sphere until we can Tera, and then use Tera Blast to absolutely obliterate Chestnaught where he stands. Iron Valiant looks like this could be a super solid build that has the potential to do just ridiculous amounts of damage to Chestnaught. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on. With that, we're done with the attackers, so let's go look at some support builds. I stand corrected. We actually have one more Pokemon to look at as an attacker against Chestnaught the Unrivaled, and that is our good friend Abroliva. Now, if you've ever done raids solo, you know Abroliva can be very annoying, but in this case, it is actually one of the perfect Pokemon to take on Chestnaught the Unrivaled. So for this build, we're looking at Abroliva as level 100. Our Tera type is Fighting. We have the Shell Bell as our held item, because of course we do. Our ability is Seed Sower. We have EVs, 4 of them in our HP, max in our defense and special attack with a modest nature. All our IVs except our physical attack are trained, and our moveset is Earth Power, Tera Blast, Growth, and Sunny Day. Again, Growth and Sunny Day being used to tilt the scale in our favors a little bit, and then using Earth Power until we can Tera, and then using Tera Blast to just stomp Chestnaught into the ground. Abroliva looks like this could be like the underdog build for this raid, but it's one that if you're tired of using the same thing and you want to try something different, this would be the way to go. So with that, we have one more Pokemon to take a look at, and it's one we've seen before. So let's take a look at Umbreon and how he works against Chestnaught the Unrivaled. Alright, so for our support Umbreon build, we are looking at Umbreon as level 100. Our Tera type is Dark. Our item is the Leftovers, so we can regain health as we go along. Our ability is Synchronize. We have EVs in this one, max in HP and physical defense, with 4 EVs in our special attack. We have a Bold nature, and all of our IVs are trained except our physical attack. And as far as movesets go for this one, we're looking at Reflect, Fake Tears, Helping Hand, and Taunt. All moves that are designed to help other people when you are doing online raids. Reflect to cut that physical damage, Fake Tears to drop defense, Helping Hand to lend your comrades some support and give them extra power, and then Taunt to make it so that Chestnaught can only attack for just a little bit. So in case he has any ridiculous power-up moves, as we know Game Freak likes to give these rates. But with that, that's Umbreon. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. 5 super solid raid-ready builds to help you take on Chestnaught the Unrivaled when he arrives later this week. Now, with that being said, these builds, again, are just hypothetical, and these are based on damage calculations, builds that should work super well. However, we all know Game Freak tends to throw in some ridiculous things that sometimes render raids or builds like this obsolete. So, build these with your own fair bit of caution, and keep an eye out because I will have more builds coming out for you leading up to Chestnaught's arrival in the game. But with that, that's all I've got for you guys. Get out there, make yourself some builds, and prepare to take on Chestnaught the Unrivaled. Remember, you guys got this, I believe in you, and I'll see you in the next video. Later!